Part of Ryong Moo Kwan has an additional step for the basic 8. We've done the Som Muk Su, then we did it from the punch, we did it offensively, but part of our curriculum, Sabanim Inwan Kim created a Mahgtagi, which is just punch block. In this particular example, it's as though he has just punched and I blocked. And it's from this exact moment that it starts. You've just made contact and it starts from this position. So this is the beginning for each of the techniques. Now, the thing that we're attempting to teach people here is this idea of connectivity. So the first thing we do is to do a drill where we push and walk and push and walk, and then he comes back my way. And the goal is you're trying to maintain connectivity so that you can keep your hand on that after the punch, all right? So when we do these, we start from this position. The very first move of every one of these is to take a slight step forward and connect. Meaning I'm putting pressure on his wrist so that I'm now connecting, as though he was going to be punching and bringing his hand back. I'm already connected to his hand. We go through the same sequence as the basic 8. So the first one is just an arm bar. When I come in here, I connect, I step to grab here, and just an arm bar. Okay? Number 2 is the same thing. It's going to be a shoulder throw. So from here, I'm just going to connect, push it in, come in, and throw him over my shoulder. Number 3, same thing. Low wrist lock throw. What do? I connect, pop, step in, and down he goes. 4, the elbow, and then the arm bar. So we're here, I connect, I step, swing and grab, turn, elbow, and arm bar. So those that follow the same curriculum. Number 5, we have quite a few variations of, and they are slightly different. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit more of a walkthrough on that. So the first one on number 5 is going to be a high wrist over the shoulder takedown. What I do, I'm going to connect. As I connect, I'm stepping in. I'm covering over his elbow. I can strike him in the jaw. I can just swing it over to bend his arm. I'm grabbing here. Connect, grab, over the top, tuck it in tight, drop him down to the ground, and lock him up. Look at that from the other side.
Sure.
We're here, he just punched, I connect, I grab, I come over the top, hook, lock him up, down, and lock him in. Okay?
Sure.
The next version of this is very similar to what we've done. We did this from the other side. I think it's better visible from there. And so this one here, I'm connecting. I'm just going to open the gate as I push in, open the gate and grab. And then it's just turn over and drop it. Thank you. From here we say, okay, now we can add in an additional technique. So I'm going to open, grab the back of the hand. This time I'm going to step backwards, break his elbow on my ring cage, and then I can just turn around and put it down, just like I did before. Additionally, same beginning, come in, open the gate, grab the back of his hand. Here, step back, pop, break it. Now I'm just going to catch his fingers, turn in, and lock him up. Okay? Another technique, connect, open, pop. This time I'm going to grab his hand. Here, turn over. So down it goes. And then from there, I can also come in, turn, pop, bring it up, reach under the side, and boom! Won't do that, because that'll break his elbow.
Sir, thank you.
Let's do this from the other side, real quick. So we're here, the first one, remember, I'm opening the gate. Open the gate, turn it over, and down it goes. Then we start getting the elbow pop in there. So I'm gonna go here, pop, back, and down, come up. Next one we did was the finger lock, so we're gonna come in here, pops, grab his fingers, grab his elbow, step in, push it into his armpit.
Sure.
And next one, open, pop. This time, catch the hand, turn over, down it goes. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
And then the last one is the wrist and elbow break. Come in, pop. This time I'm going to step back, bring this up, reach behind, and rock. You don't want to do that hard.
So,
That's a real bad lock here. So that's the first 5 that we go through, and that 5th one there, we've got multiple variations on it that include the regular basic 8 technique, along with some alternatives where you can do some damage to the opponent's elbow before you go and apply another technique to it. From the basic 8, we know number 6 is just a hip toss, so it starts the same way. We're connected here. I connect, pop, step in, and then just go for the hip toss. Now, on number 7 and number 8, we start with strikes in the basic 8. So we've got our same setup here. The first one that we do is when we connect, we're going to connect, and we're going to swing and do a bridge hand to the back of the neck. Step back, and sort of put down the arm bar. Similarly, if I wanted to be striking the neck, I can connect and just swing around, boom, and strike the neck. The important part there is that when I come over, I've got to sweep off the top, bam, opens them up for the strike to the neck. The next set we do, that's the boom, rib shot. So now we're going to go for the ribs on number 8. So here, same thing, we're pushing, but this time we're sweeping under. Yeah. Elbow or pseudo to the ribs, okay? Well, like I said, it's just about coming and making sure that when I sweep, my hand comes under, which gives me the exposure to the ribs. We've added an additional one on for this, which I've got from here. When I connect, I'm just gonna step in. When I step in, I'm gonna catch that tricep right there. So I've got a good grip on this tricep, and all I gotta do is here, down, lock them up. Let's look at that from the other side. So here, I'm just gonna connect, step, hook, reach back, lock them, and, sorry, lock them up. Similarly, I could choose to go a different direction. So if I come in here and I connect and I catch, if I want to go this way, I just got to come back and hold it this way, and it's the same lock. So that's the extent of our techniques that we practice as part of the Mahgtagi, which is, like I said, based off of Dojinim's Basic 8. It's all starting from the punch block connection. We also start at this point teaching our students transitioning from one technique on to another. So as an example, we're here, I can go in, start to do number 1, fake, step in, start to do the shoulder throw, fake, step back, go. And just transition 1, 2, 3. I don't have to do them in order. I can do number 1 and number 4. So I'm going to come in here, arm bar, swing, elbow, and down he goes. I could string 5 of them together. So we're just going to go through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where we start to, like I said, get our students recognizing the fact that any given technique has a success rate or a failure rate. If it's not going like you want, move on to something else. And this is just a drill where we teach them how to take all these from a punch block position where you've got your hands up and you're connected, to stay connected. And then once you've learned all those, start learning how to transition from any technique to another technique as part of our drill to build the skill.